We all want our beats to meet the most important requirement, aka industry level. But when does a beat deserve that name? Well, obviously the quality plays a big role in this, but that's not the only thing that's important. The artist has to be able to rap on the beat, but that's something you probably already knew. Today we're gonna look at the small details in a beat, more specifically the risers. What in the world are they? Let me explain. A riser can be a sound that increases in volume, pitch, or some kind of modulation. It's mostly used to build up tension in your mix. You can find a lot of risers online, but you can also make them yourself. You can even use a stock plugin like FL Keys. Open up the piano roll and left click to add a note. Make sure the note is long enough because we want the piano to fade out. Add another note next to it and decrease the velocity. That way the sound doesn't loop. Open up the mixer and select the master track. Find Edison and open it up. We're gonna use this to record the piano. Click on the record button and then click on play. Once the piano has faded out, you can stop the recording. Now this button will send the sound to the playlist. Double click on the sample to modify it. Normalize the sound and then reverse it. Now tweak the in and length properties to your liking and there you go. You can use this before the chorus drops, for example. Now, how can we make this riser sound even better? A simple trick is automating the panning of the sound. To do that, open up the properties again and take a look at the pan knob. With this button, you can change where the sound sits, left or right. But, and here comes the trick, you can also automate the panning by right-clicking on it and choosing Create Automation Clip. This creates a clip in the playlist with a line that represents left and right. You can see 2 points here, which you can drag up or down. If you drag it downwards, your sound will be at the left side. Upwards will send it to the right. I like to make my risers transfer from left to right to create more dynamic. But you can also create other shapes as well, it doesn't really matter. The volume knob is another one you can automate and create some awesome shapes with. For example, a stutter effect. You can easily create a shape like this and then duplicate it until it reaches the end of your sample. Oh, pause the video. If you're enjoying so far, go hit that like button please. I would really love that. Thank you. Another trick to create more creative risers is using the Fruity Law filter. I promise, this one is gonna be awesome. Open up the Fruity Law filter and we're gonna play a bit with the cut knob. As you can see, you can low or high cut the sound with this knob. Again, you can get really creative with this. Create an automation clip and play around with the graph. For example, you can remove the highs by dragging this line downwards and make them come back at the end. And that would sound like this. You can go really far with this, just mess around with it for something like 20 minutes and I swear something really cool will come out of it. Next trick is something you should really consider doing. I'm serious. Reverse some random sounds and listen to how they sound. This gunshot sample I got from a cymatics pack is a really great example. You can simply reverse it and that sounds really cool. You don't even have to do anything else to make it sound better. It already sounds good. Next one is a free plugin called Tape Stop. You can, of course, create a tape stop effect with this. Once it's installed, select the master track and open up Tape Stop. Right-click on the trigger knob and create an automation clip. Create a shape like this. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as mine. You can mess around with it. Sounds cool. Now, using an equalizer is also something that could tremendously improve your risers. I will explain all the basics of an equalizer right here in this video, so go check that out. Don't miss out on it. Gotta go now. Goodbye.